Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Joe K. It's Joe K Music, and welcome to another day in the underground. Today, we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic, and I have none other than the man, the myth, the legend, Kraft Macaroni and Cheese himself, Chuck Reeves. Welcome to the podcast, man.
Looking like a big yellow big bird motherfucker with a beard. I am Chuck Reeves. You may know me as the erstwhile host of the Beard Speaks radio podcast, celebrating our 2 million view, our 5,000th YouTube subscriber, and over there on Epicenter Online, we're giving away shit all month. So I appreciate Joe K letting me pop in here to talk about fucking underground bullshit that we called months and months ago. But as usual, new developments abound. Nothing is surprising here in the underground.
Dude, not every day I wake up and I think that there's going to be something that completely shocks me. It's just more of the same crap, recycled, just a different name on it, you know, over and over and over again. Once you've been through the cycle a couple of times, you start to pick up and notice that it's all the same crap, just a different group. Anyways, Chuck, before we get kicked off, man, I want to say congratulations on reaching the big 5K mark. I know that was a milestone you were waiting to reach. You had the million, was it the million streams?
Yeah, we hit a million streams on the audio like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was shortly about the 5K, which the celebrations lasted all month long. Every Monday night at 11 on the Beer Speaks, we're giving away multiple prizes. Prizes for the month retail more than $1,200 at this point. And we keep adding prizes all the time. Fucking custom art pieces, custom jewelry. The big prize at the end of the month is I'm giving away a brand new one of these digital smoking implements known as a Puffco Peak that I fell in love with. I got one sealed up here for the lucky winner of that. I got Attack of the Ninjas tickets. I got Astronomicon passes. I've got all sorts of merchandise from all sorts of people that have visited the show throughout the years. And it's a goddamn smorgasbord of free shit. And all you got to do is come through, subscribe, hit my Instagram, follow that, and just comment on videos, and you can win. So I'm imploring everybody, come get your share of the more than $1,200 worth of free stuff that I'm giving out so people will like me.
Hey, you do what you got to do, Chuck, man. But congratulations. I'm glad we could get this plugged,
thank
man.
You.
And everybody go check out his stuff. Enter into all those contests he was mentioning. I will get a kickback in form of clout coins, so make sure that you go check that stuff out. It's free. I mean, what's better than free?
Yeah.
Anyways, I digress. Let's jump into this stuff, man, because something very interesting happened this week, and it happened over in Strange Music land, and it has to do with our friends, King ISO, AWACS, two very, very talented underground hip-hop artists. They've been killing it for a long time. For those of you that have been paying attention to the vlog, I did a video a few weeks ago, maybe even a month or so ago, about the whole Written in Blood situation. What had happened was AWACS and King ISO put out a collab project. It got instantly taken down. At the time, we were being told the proper paperwork was not filled out, and proper authorization was not given for ISO to be on the project and distributed through the channel that it was distributed through. With that being said, there was a video that came out shortly after that from ISO. ISO made it very clear to the fans that Travis was not out here trying to stop ISO and AWACS from getting their money. He wanted them to be successful. It had nothing to do with that. It's just that they needed to go through the proper channels. There was a video that was dropped, and it's those two, Travis, all that Strange Music headquarters, signing a It Goes Up entertainment deal. Powered by Strange Music. Chuck, I'm going to let you take first crack at this, man. What are your thoughts on this?
Man, somebody got a bag. I don't know who it was. I don't know how big of a bag, but something changed hands. What we do know, number one, we're not even getting the same project. So if you were one of the lucky ones to be able to get that before it was taken down and you still have it, which I know some people that got it from iTunes and bought it, still have that original, original record. that shit, I mean, even though it's digital, is some sort of a fun collector's item because I'm sure what we're getting now is going to be changed. The group actually has a name now. It's no
Yeah.
longer just King ISO and AWACS. It's
The Brazy Bunch.
the Brazy Bunch. I like the logo. Uh, this is something new for Strange to some degree because even though Strange has existed on the abutment with some gang shit for a long time, this is the first time that a project from Strange Music or powered by Strange Music or at all with Strange at all has any kind of gang affiliation. And it's fairly clear, given the deletion of a certain letter of the alphabet, what we're talking about here. I mean, I'm wondering if he even signed a contract or if it was a bomb contract or some shit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What I do know is, like you said, we were led to believe this was not a monetary issue, that this was a clearance issue to some degree.
Yeah.
In my opinion, since we're seeing a deal not for that project, but for something new, that may still be the case. But this new project is certainly about Travis's fucking money. And he needs to start making up that $1.2 million he just spent on that McLaren or whatever the fuck he just bought for his birthday.
Yeah, the car was crazy, man. The car, I mean, hey, look, if you got it, you better spend it, because if you don't, Uncle Sam's coming for it. So,
Now,
I mean,
now we just saw what happened with Hush.
yeah,
I think enough time has gone by where we can fucking chalk that up as a failure. I
it
don't
came and
think
it went.
yeah, it came and it went. I don't think that kid is gonna I don't think he's gonna do what Joyner did or be capable of doing what Joyner did, putting himself next to Tech. I mean, it only took one song for Joyner to take the step he needed. This kid Hush, I don't think this did anything for him. I don't think we're gonna hear anything else from him as a result. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think this is a lot different. You know, it's a very unique situation
And I
because
think to some degree, and I'm going to give a tip of my hat to Travis on this one, this is certainly a culture forward signing. As much as it may be about money, this is Trav listening to the streets. Like, I ain't never heard Trav listen to the streets like this before. Trav ain't
they were
never
coming.
listened to the streets. This because the streets was talking. The streets was talking to him. They were talking to his daughter. They were talking to his wife. They were talking to his son. The streets was talking. The streets was outside the gates. Okay. He was talking about making his fucking driveway rocks because he didn't want to deal with the streets anymore because the streets was talking about this record. So sometimes, in my opinion, a record company will fuck up, especially an underground one. I've seen it happen before. And then they sign or do something, in my opinion, that makes up for it. So you have something like what originally happened with the Axe Murder Boys, where they won this contest. And a lot of people gave them shit because they got signed because they won this contest. About a year later, Boondocks got signed. Boondocks was a local underground rapper who got signed because he came up and grinded and fucking was good. So it was almost like a resetting of the scales. I think Travis fucking went way bad on the fucking tipping of the scales with that Hush shit, that Blight shit. And I think that this and him listening to the streets, it gives them 6 more months of fucking street cred they wouldn't have had otherwise.
They're giving
like
the fans they're giving the fans exactly what they wanted. I mean, the fans spoke and Travis answered with papers in hand.
Tip of the hat,
you know?
Trav.
I mean,
tip of the hat. I don't fucking particulars aside, and there's several here that are a little strange, which we'll get to in a second. But particulars aside, Streets was talking, Streets was loud, Streets potentially fucking hiccuped a couple of releases even. Like the Streets wasn't all positive on this one. So I hope the Streets support the new project and maybe hopefully this will reinvigorate, because I'm sure at one time Trav had faith in the Streets. I can't think that he signed Scatterman and Snug Brim. if he didn't have, at some point, he had some faith in these fucking streets.
Dude, if the fans don't come out in droves for this project after, so here's the thing with the project, man. Like, they look, obviously, because it happened, if Travis wants the project gone, he took that crap straight down the day that it dropped. Like, he has that authority to do that because of the way that this was done. So the fact that he's giving them the project plus some, right? There's going to be, from what I'm
And
hearing,
I bet
additional
you,
tracks and things
like
like
I
that.
said, I bet you it's going to be a full tech feature, which we spoke about
Probably.
before. And that was one of the things I said was probably a make or break on this. Is that if
Yep.
you're fucking taking a piece of this, then you're going to have to give that guy. I'm going to need him.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
once.
It's an interesting, so it is an interesting turn of events, because when ISO came out and he made that Instagram live video, and he basically said, like, look, Travis wants us to get our money. He wants us to do this. We just need to go through the proper channels, right? Like, Travis ain't worried about this little project over here. Like, that's kind of how it was presented at the time. And
He wasn't worried about it until the fucking street started.
Yeah. Well, and now with this, I can see, looking at it from a different perspective, right? Like, you're gonna have the diehard AWACS fans, you're gonna have the diehard ISO fans, you're gonna have the diehard Strange Music fans, and you're also gonna have the diehard I hate Travis and everything that man does people who are gonna eat this crap alive, because the argument they're gonna make is that, oh, you didn't care about money, but then you turned around and you basically said that project belongs to us now, and you're going to distribute it through us.
But that's
through
why
it goes up.
Changing the name, making it an official group, giving him a merch deal, giving him the
I'm
Powered
not saying it's
by
not
Strange
beneficial.
Music. I think
yeah,
what
I'm
you
not saying
deal
it's not
with
beneficial.
I think, okay, this is what I think. When are the only other times we've seen the fucking Powered by Strange Music logo?
Never.
This is one of the particular. Yeah, we have on tours.
Tours
are typically okay. So when you have a tour, you have tours that are what? Co-financed. I think that this new project has now become a co-financed deal. And that's what that Powered by Strange Music thing, because Powered by Monster Energy typically means co-financing. I don't know shit. I'm sitting here looking like a motherfucking Big Bird with a beard. I don't know a goddamn thing. But I know that he said specifically the words Powered by Strange Music. We talked about movies and fucking co-financing and shit. And you're going to take, your logo is going to be on there. Plus this, like, that's why you have like New Line Cinema. And then, or for example, a good one is the Marvel fucking Sony thing. You have Marvel and you have Sony, two completely different companies that pretty much fucking hate each other, but they co-own Spider-Man to a degree. So all the Sony Spider-Man movies have Marvel logos on those motherfuckers, and a portion of those budgets they fall at the responsibility of Marvel. Any movie that Spider-Man appears in on the Marvel side, Sony takes a portion of that and is responsible for that shit. It's called co-financing. And like I said, the majority of this project was completed, done, and pushed. And most of the marketing, I think, is already done. Because at this point, all you got to do is the shit that Travis O'Guin didn't want you to hear in big fucking white letters on a poster. The best
advertising of all time, man. Like, this is going to go down in history. Like,
no, and you don't even use any music from the CD for the fucking ad on Instagram. You use that fucking 2021 A Space Odyssey. Dun, 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 and it's just white letters. The record Trav didn't want you to hear. And then a fucking Ferrari peels out and skirts across the screen like Fast 9 and shit. Somebody else's family. I'm excited for him. I think I know this. You fuck me like that. And you fuck me on a disrespect level of not even calling me in advance to say to me, hey, we're about to take your record down. Like, this kid, he didn't get a warning. And if he's as serious as a fucking dude as he looks, seems, and what I've been told he is, I believe that there was far more for him to gain in this deal than any deal we've seen come out of Strange this year. And I think for him to smile and sit at that table with that man after what that man did, I think he got what he wanted. And at the
Yep.
end of the day, that's what fucking matters. So congratulations to AWACS. Congratulations even to Trav. Because like I said, you clearly listen to, we gotta, the fan base has to prove now that listening to the streets is the economically viable option.
Yeah, and
And then
the
we
fans
might see
have to deliver.
make some sense.
The fans have to deliver. It is 100% up to you guys to go out and support this project and support this group and support this deal and whatever else it brings. I mean, I don't know the
And
specifics
all the
of
merch
what's
that'll
going to
probably
happen,
get
but
you shot in the wrong,
dude,
all the merch that's going to get you shot in the wrong neighborhood and all.
the merch, I mean, the merch, the potential tours that could be happening, the, you know, any new videos that drop, any new songs that come out of this, like what you said, Chuck, was exactly right. The product was already done, packaged up, and getting shipped out. Like it was done. Like AWACS already did all that. Now, for it to be advantageous for him, there has to be something that's mutually beneficial for both parties, meaning this must be something that AWACS feels is going to bring this project up from the level that it became, because dude, it dropped. It already had some attention, but like holy crap, did the attention rise. Like all eyes were on Travis, all eyes were on Strange Music, AWACS, ISO, and everybody for a few weeks. And now that things are kind of dying off, I do wish it was said a little bit earlier. I wish all this came out like maybe 2 weeks ago. I think they could have hit while the iron was still hot. I feel like it was kind of starting to get a little colder at this point, but there's still a lot of people looking for the project and they're going to go out there and buy it. But ISO, AWACS, Travis, Strange Music, whatever this deal was, whatever is in this thing, it must have been very, very attractive to AWACS and beneficial also for Strange Music to put up the money to do this, you know? I mean, Travis isn't in the business of losing money. He's not trying to put crap out that he's just going to do out of the goodness of his heart for the fans. I don't mean that as a dig. I mean that as he's a freaking businessman. He wants to make money and he wants to see this return. So it's up to you guys now. It's up to you guys. You need to. You did all this crap talking. You're posting all over Strange Music posts. Every day I'd go on there. You guys are talking reckless. People were on ISO's page. People were on Travis's page. Chuck was saying like Travis's wife, his daughter, his freaking grandkids, his freaking uncles, aunts, you know, nephews. Everybody was getting the crap. We want Written in Blood. You're getting a version of it now. So all that talking, you better come out of your pockets and start buying. And rant. I think that's important that we talk about this a little bit because in fairness to Travis, because look, when this happened, like in all this drama started kicking off, like I saw fans from both sides coming for Travis's head